welcome back to the table where everybody eat. Y'all know what to do, man. Hit that subscribe button if it's your first time to the channel. Now, if you already been rocking out with your boy, hit that like button. Drop a comment below saying everybody eat 2025, because y'all know that's what we've been doing around here, from penny stocks to long-term stocks, option plays, up, down, sideways. It don't matter, man. We navigating this market like water, you heard? So today we're going to talk about Rezolve AI, ticker symbol RZLV. Now, a couple of days ago, they had some news that came out on this stock. I can't remember exactly what it was. It was something about like a number of companies launched or is active on their site or active through their platform. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and just get that direct information. Or let me go ahead and get the exact information for you guys, and then we'll get back to these levels, go to Weeble like we do, and close out. So Resolve AI smashes past $50 billion in GMV in explosive start to 2025. Over 50 major enterprises now live and scaling. Now, this was again April 24th, 2025. The details is basically that now they have been embedded on over 41.9 million consumer devices with 16.5 million monthly active users, delivering 8 billion plus API calls and 27.9 million GeoZone triggers so far this year. Now, it goes on and whatnot. You guys could look this up yourself. But basically, that was the news that Resolve AI is doing what a lot of companies and people thought that they were going to do when it came down to the consumer aspect or the retail aspect of AI and whatever else they do, from partnerships with Microsoft, Google, the list goes on. I'm actually going to read this here from the CEO, where he said, "This is the year retail AI goes from promise to reality," said Daniel M. Wagner, founder and CEO of Rezolve AI. Our platform is now powering billions in commerce for household name retailers, and we're seeing demand accelerate as our partners unlock the value of real-time AI-powered engagement at scale. We are now at the center of a retail AI revolution, delivering massive value to retailers, measurable returns, and scaling at a pace that redefines industry expectations. Unquote. So right here, it also states that in 2025 year to date, one platform highlights were over $50 billion in gross merchandise value processed through the platform so far this year, averaging $3.3 billion per week. That is insane. They also have over 13.5 million transactions executed so far year to date, averaging more than 90,000 transactions per week. 16.5 million monthly active users, a critical driver of recurring transactional volume. 41.9 million consumer devices running Resolve technology, driving reach and frequency. 8 billion plus API calls powering search and discovery, up 80% year over year. I mean, the list goes on, the number goes on again, man. Like, you guys can read through this right here as you see what I have going on in front of your eyes, man, about Resolve AI. But let's go ahead and get back to the charts and the levels that I had stated before on prior videos, as well as in the Discord. So Resolve AI closed today at $2.43, and I think it's flat in the after hours. Now, this one here, once it broke above $2, I notified in the Discord that this thing here could go to 216. Once it gets over 225 or so, we're going to test 232, etc. Actually, I'll pull that up real quick. So here's the Discord. Link will be below in the description for the Discord, where we talk about penny stocks, long-term stocks, option plays, crypto, overall market, stock alerts, watch lists, things of that nature. But the other day I mentioned maybe in penny stocks. Let's see, on penny stocks, Resolve. Here we go. Talk about Rocket. I should have posted the article I read on Resolve. That's the article I just read to you guys right there. But prior to that, I had mentioned Resolve right here. Resolve. And this was the day before the article, which is insane. Currently sitting under a heavy supply zone of $1.51 to $1.57, which also coincides with the 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart. I have yet to grab any shares as I remain patient for confirmation, especially with earnings on the horizon. If an entry between $1.27 and $1.35 presents itself, I'll consider dipping my toe. A hold above $1.55 and $1.63, then I'll go long with a tight stop around $1.51. Well, I didn't happen to get in until around here on this day after the news came out, when I seen we pulled back from here in the pre-market to there, and I got in roughly, I think, about $2.04, and I got more around 218. So I think my average is at like 210. Can't recall, but That's neither here nor there. So there we go. Again, link will be below in the Discord for, not in the Discord, my bad. Link will be below in the description for the Discord. So back to Resolve AI. As we are over the 50-day moving average on the daily chart, this isn't really a fair value gap zone I have right here. I only made it that due to the illiquidity right here. With if we do get a pullback to not, even if not that $2, but let's just say, what is this here? 209 to 216 possibly. Yeah, 218. If we get a pullback there, maybe even pull back 225. But I'm trying to get more shares in this area. So that's the only reason why I made this gap area right here, because I would like to grab a few more shares if we pull back here before going back up to retest this 257, like I mentioned in the Discord, and then these other levels from prior videos and things of that nature. So let's continue on and go down to the 30-minute chart, maybe the 15. No, we'll do the 30-minute, then the 15-minute, and then we'll slide over to Weeble and close out there. So the 30-minute chart is actually looking pretty good as well with the ride of the 50-day moving average. Here's that $1.73 that's gone, the $1.90. I feel that's gone, but again, we could come and retest this $2 area possibly, but I'm not going to say that's not going to happen. But a retest of this 50-day moving average on the 30-minute chart would be nice because it's that 215 area, which is also a prior resistance that could flip support. So that's the 30-minute chart right there. Let's go to the 15. 15-minute is actually riding the 50-day moving average since the 24th. So since that news broke, we've been riding on a 50-day on a 15-minute. Now, if you do use TradingView and you do the 50, I only do the 50 because it's mainly for my long swings, but really for day trades and shorter swings, I wouldn't mind using the 20 or the 21. But on the 15 minutes since the news came out, we've been respecting the 50. We touched it here on the 29th, and then we may touch it again here if we fall below. Again, this is where I would like to see. Oh no, that's $2. So let's just go up here. Let's see our resistance. That's 209 once again to 216. So 209 to 216 would be ideal for a load up or an entry. Stop roughly around $1.90 because you may end up chancing that $1.73 area once again. But that's what we have on Rezolve AI, ticker symbol RZLV. Let's go ahead, hop over to Weeble, and close out the video. All right, so here we are on Weeble, on Resolve, we're on the daily chart. Now, this is looking good. If we could really get some momentum and keep it, even though that MACD is looking pretty extended. If we could still get a pullback to that, like that $2 is like really calling, but that may not happen. But on this daily chart, the $2 level is the 72-day moving average. On TradingView, you've seen that $2 level kept coming in, and I'm like, that's a little too low. But we may get that pullback. And if we do, that's ideal. But really, I want to look at the 4-hour chart. But keep in mind, this daily chart does look good, and if we get continuation for a few weeks, short term, few months or whatnot, or if what the CEO said about this being a year for retail AI, then we could go to that $4.70. Let me see something real quick on the daily. When's the last time we were even at the 200? Oh no, I ain't got time for that. That's like way back in Timbuktu. I don't even know if that's even a thing. I think I just made that up. I know I heard it before with me, and I don't know if that really goes for that saying. Anyway, here we go. All right, when is this rejection? Oh, that's last summer, July 2024. And then so right here, we're gonna go with this one. August 2024. Ever since then, rejection. It tested it again. September 2024, negative, and then after that, this thing. Look, I gotta move my whole chart just like all type of ways, man. Anyway, that could be another test in the short to near term, man. That $4.70. Actually, not even that. Is that $4.70. So on a 4-hour chart, we looking at that 209 to 216 when it comes down on a smaller time frame. However, what level is this right here? $2. So $2 is ideal, man. If you could get that with a stop around 193, or here I got something at 180. I don't know why I would have that. Oh, 180. Okay, I remember that level. So you know what? That may be, forget the 180. May have to move it to 186. And I'm going to have to change the color to a lot of these. I'm going to do that throughout tonight later. And as I'm looking at the 4-hour chart, the MACD is looking pretty extended still. So Resolve AI could have had its move. We could experience a pullback to this $2 level. But man, we get one way back down here, that'd be crazy. But anyway, that's it for the video on ticker symbol RZLV. Thank you guys for watching this video. Stay tuned for the next one. Again, link will be below in the Discord. Link will be below in the description for the Discord, as well as my Twitter, everything else, whatever. But you want me to look at something, drop a comment on what you want me to look at. Any questions, I got y'all. But one love, we out.